Hello, I'm Julie Swanson, Deputy Principal, Learning and Teaching here at Sacred Heart Girls College. This presentation is for parents of current Year 10 students to complement the information found in the Subject Selection Handbook. Parents play an important role in supporting students with making choices and planning their pathways. And we hope the resources the college has made available to you at this time assist you in this role. Let's now talk a little bit about the structure of the Year 10 curriculum. Year 10 consists of a range of compulsory and elective subjects. The compulsory subjects at Year 10 are subjects which go for the entire year. This includes religious education, which includes a compulsory VCE unit, English, mathematics, which I'll talk a little bit about in a moment, science, and health and physical education, which does have a focus on keeping our girls active. Religious education at Year 10 is compulsory. Our girls study a VCE unit, Unit 2, Religion and Society. This unit contributes to their VCE certificate. We offer this as part of our program at Year 10 to give students an experience of a VCE subject. In particular, the rules, procedures and terminology that they will need to become familiar with. Mathematics at Year 10 is also compulsory and is studied for the whole year. Most Year 10 students begin the year with core mathematics. At the end of Term 1, students will receive a pathway recommendation for the remainder of the year. This then helps them plan for their VCE mathematics pathway. For a small number of students for whom mathematics has been challenging and for whom they need extra numeracy support and a more real-life mathematics is appropriate, may choose to do foundation maths at Year 10. This would then continue on to foundation maths program at Year 11. But this option does mean that there would be no mathematics past Year 11. The diagram found in the Subject Selection Handbook clearly shows what these pathways will involve. Students are strongly encouraged to discuss with their mathematics teacher the pathway that would be best for them. The Year 10 program also includes the final year of our outdoor education program, the Summit Camp, which is the fourth year of what they've experienced. It is a compulsory program, but as with a lot of the program at Year 10, the girls get 4 choices, and this is outlined in the handbook as well. Also across the year is our careers program. Miss Margaret Connolly, our careers coordinator, oversees this program, and this is really the beginning of their transition program into their final years of schooling. There are a range of activities, including work experience, some career testing, and some activities with tertiary institutions. The remainder of our Year 10 program is made up of elective units. All of these are a semester in length. Students need to choose a total of 6 electives for the year, and they will study 3 in each semester. Although within these electives, there are some restrictions about what they can choose. Students must include at least 1 semester of geography and 1 of history. Students who choose to continue their language need to choose this in both semesters, and this then counts as 2 electives. And some students may be able to study a VCE unit, which also counts as 2 electives. So the core elective units are from history and geography. They both go for a semester, and students must choose one of the 3 options from history and one of the 2 options for geography. As with all of the elective subjects, details about the content, the assessment, and the learning activities can be found in the Subject Selection Handbook or in some of the video presentations. There are a wide range of other electives as part of our Year 10 program, covering the arts, commerce, technology, health and well-being. Girls are recommended to read the information and make choices based on their interests, their passions. All of these units go for 1 semester. French, Indonesian and Italian are our 3 languages. Girls may choose to continue on with the language they are currently studying, but we need to make note here that a language elective counts for 2 units. Studying a language is a really important skill, and girls are strongly encouraged to continue with the study of a language if this is one of their passions and strengths. Some students may be offered an invitation for early entry into VCE. This process is also outlined in the Subject Selection Handbook. This invitation is based on information that has been identified by the girls' current subject teachers and a panel that's made up of the Year Level Coordinator, learning leaders and myself. Criteria that is considered is being highly academically able, and that there has been a pattern of this, that girls have demonstrated a mature and dedicated approach to their learning. Students who receive an invitation will also receive more information about this program. So what decisions do students need to make, and what decisions do you need to assist them with? Their maths choice predominantly is about whether they should be doing foundation maths or not. The core electives, geography and history, is really about what the girls think they would be interested in and where their passion might lie in this area. It's also important to remember that in these subjects there are important skills that are developed that would assist them if they study any humanities subjects into the VCE. And again then, their other electives are based on their interests, their strengths. We certainly encourage them to keep their options open and might include a VCE unit if they have received an invitation. Questions for the girls to consider at this time include, will I continue with my language? As language learning is sequential, they must complete it at Year 10 if they intend to continue on with it at VCE. The choice between history and geography electives, and then which other electives they would like to do. Students will need to submit their electives in order of preference, because as you can imagine, sometimes not everyone's choices can be accommodated. And the other thing to keep in mind is that they kept their options open for VCE next year. There are very few prerequisites for VCE subjects, but it is important that girls have a look at what this might be for them while they're making their choices. So what happens now? Students are strongly encouraged to read the handbook because it considers all the information that they need to know. For them to read through the unit outlines so they have a good understanding of what each subject entails. The best people to talk with are their current subject teachers and, of course, you, their parents. If students have received an early entry invitation, They need to accept that. They need to submit their online preferences by the 14th of August. And then they need to print out a receipt and have you sign it. And these receipts need to be returned to their homeroom teacher no later than the 18th of August. The girls will receive much more detailed information about this aspect of the process during their class time in Term 3. Again, I should make mention about the backup preferences, because if there are insufficient numbers, some classes might not run, and thus their order of preference will become important. All the key dates are also in the Subject Selection Handbook, but here, for your information, is a snapshot of the major ones that are important. Again, where can they find further information or advice? Or where can you find further information and advice? The best source of information is the Subject Selection Handbook. There are also some elective subject video presentations to accompany this presentation. Subject teachers, learning leaders, whose names and contact details are all in the handbook. Our careers counsellor, Miss Connolly, if they girls want to talk about future pathways. And of course myself for general questions about the program. Year 10 marks the entry into the senior years of schooling and is a great opportunity for students to explore their passions and interests before they specialise their pathway in VCE. Thus we encourage girls to embrace this opportunity, to keep their options open and to enjoy having a greater degree of involvement in their future learning program. Thank you for listening. We hope it was informative, and good luck with the process.